We've got the Oxy-Hydrogen generating apparatus here, and the Oxy-Hydrogen comes out this tube here. This is a bubble tube, so I can see the amount of gas bubbling out and also avoid as much as possible the caustic solution getting down into the experimental apparatus. So I see the bubbles coming up, and by this stage it's a pure gas coming out, and it comes down and in through this tap here, and then I fill this tube here with water. This wall thickness here is about 1/2 inch thick to reduce the risk of explosion, and the gas coming in displaces the water and pushes the water out this tube here, which then goes through a U-loop and out, drips out. Then when there's sufficient gas in there, I then connect up the electric spark system to a little inlet at the back here at the top. Now I've got to make sure that there's no water droplets sitting in that inlet tube that stop the gas from getting to the spark. So to do that, I keep the gas flowing and turn off this outlet tube so gas is forced up into this tube here. When the Oxy-Hydrogen explodes, the pressure exhaust comes out this one-way relief valve, and then that valve closes when it's about atmospheric pressure, and then we've got, in theory, pure steam here. Now down here is a aluminium piston sitting on an O-ring. That O-ring stops the water that I fill up into this chamber from leaking out too quickly. Now this aluminium piston has a string attached to it underneath, and when the exhaust water vapour condenses, it forms a semi-vacuum, and the aluminium absorbs the heat of condensation, and also these metal parts here would absorb some heat as well. So then when this semi-vacuum occurs, then there should be an implosion effect which raises this piston to some extent and pulls this string. And I'll be able to measure the amount of string that's been pulled in, but also we'll have the recording of the movement of the piston in the video. I'm now going to fill the tube with water, so I'm going to turn on the tap for the little U-tube here and make sure the gas tap is off, and make sure the tap is off for the spark. So then I've got to lift the valve so I can pass water through it. Up it comes, about halfway full. Keep it coming. That's good. That's it. Now it's getting quite full now, and now I can close the valve, and you can see the water coming out the U-tube there. Okay, now I'm ready to turn on the power. Let's switch over here on the generator and turn the tube on. Okay, now we've got, well, I've better turn down the power a little bit on the power supply. We're getting a little bit of gas coming up, getting a little bit of the caustic fluid coming around the tube here. Okay, so you can see the Oxy-Hydrogen gas bubbling up into the apparatus, and you'll start to see the level of the water start to come down to a visible point. You can see it now coming down below the relief valve. Beautiful. It's nearly reached the top of the piston, and I think we're just about there now. We're starting to get gas bubbling out of there. So let's close that and open that. So any gas now is going through the spark. And so now I turn off the Oxy-Hydrogen generator and turn off the gas here. Okay, so now we've only got the spark tap open. So now I go around the corner and hit the spark, and we'll see how we go. Bingo! Finally. There we go. So you can see that the piston has gone up a bit, probably went up a bit further but dropped back, and so you can see that the explosion of the gas was very quickly followed by an implosion of the steam, which lifted the fairly weighty piece of aluminium. So you can imagine that over a large surface area it could have quite a lot of lift and quite a lot of thrust.